All right, what I kind of opened with, and I'll kind of go back to that a little bit as well, and I never seem to have the right foot gear on when it comes to getting my foot squarely on that foot controller. Holy mackerel, that drives me nuts. I got to find the right shoes. But what we did as an opening is we did 2 layers of Genuine Cowhide, and you can see the quality of that stitch. I hope you can in the camera. Try to find the right angle here. That looks like a good angle right there. But the stitch quality, the formation, the way it presents, the spacing is just absolutely spot on. It doesn't get any better than that. Now remember that this is a Mighty Mite, and by that I mean this is a 99K. It's smaller than a featherweight in overall bed length, and yet it has almost 2 times the power. And that's why we can deliver a stitch of this quality and caliber, a lock stitch of that quality and caliber, blah, and go through the equivalent of about 8 ounces of leather, just like a blink. I mean, this machine didn't struggle at all. I struggled with getting my foot on the foot control, but that was my problem, not the machine's. And then we went up even from there. We did this first of all, and then we went up to 3 layers. Let me see if I can find the right edge so you can really get an appreciation for what we went through. 3 layers of Genuine Cowhide, and again, look at the caliber and quality of that stitch. Everything about that stitch is just spot on. The spacing, the formation, the consistency of that stitch from the beginning to the end, it just doesn't get any better than that. If we turn it over, we've got the same result on the lock-in as well, and you can really see on top there now that 3 layers of Genuine Cowhide. This machine made it look easy, but I'll tell you one thing, you could try this on machines 2 to 3 times the size of this 99K, and there's no way in God's green earth that machine is going to get it done this easy with that quality of stitch. 3 layers here, the stitch is perfect. 2 layers here, and I folded it over. Again, when you fold over leather, you're looking at making that task a lot more difficult, because when you fold leather over, you're going to have that pucker factor, and it's going to make it that much more difficult to get through. And not only that, we made some real quick, nice turns with this machine as well, and it just delivered, I mean, just spectacularly. I was just getting ready to jump into, and I ran out of music, I was just getting ready to jump in to do several layers of U.S. Army grade canvas. Let me see if I can find something to throw on here. Yeah, that'll work. Almost sounds like something from Oklahoma, doesn't it? And I just got done shipping that Singer 301 to Oklahoma, so why not? Why can't we have some good music like from a great musical like that, right? Alright, so U.S. Army grade canvas, we're starting with just 2 layers. I'm going to go ahead and fold it. It's going to take us up to 4. Then I'm going to fold it one more time. That's going to take us all the way up to 8 layers of U.S. Army grade canvas. I'm not making this up, folks. 8 layers of U.S. Army grade canvas. So let's see what this little Mighty Mite can do with a task as difficult as this. And I'm going to increase my presser foot pressure a little bit because I'm going to need it. All right, here we go. 8 layers of U.S. Army grade canvas. Here we go. I did better that time with getting my foot on the foot control, but just barely. So look at what we just did there. That is crazy. The stitch consistency all the way across is just spot on. The spacing, the formation, everything about that stitch is just spectacular. We turn it over, get that thread out of the way. We've got an equally gorgeous lock stitch as well. Again, look at it from the side. It looks like we just sewed a telephone book. But this is U.S. Army grade canvas, folks. The thick of thick. And if I turn it like this, you can look at it from this end as well. That is nuts! 8 layers of U.S. Army grade canvas, and this little 99K from 1955 just got the job done like it was nothing at all. Give that a click and we'll get ready for another sew off, if I need to even bother to do that. I mean, really? All right, let me get that take-up arm all the way up. That was a fun little song, wasn't it? All right. The final sew-off that I think I'm going to do, I might do one more, but this commercial grade vinyl, this stuff is a blast to sew through. It really is. And this is the only color I have, is red. So you'll have to forgive me in advance trying to see a red stitch against red commercial grade vinyl. It's not going to be easy, but we'll give it our best shot, okay? So I'm doing 3 layers of this. You pinch those together, 3 layers, you're probably looking at about 8 ounces. It's going to be about the same thickness as 3 layers of Genuine Cowhide, maybe a little bit less, but this is not an easy task, folks, not even close to being an easy task. And I'm going to slide it into place here, get that presser foot down, and I'm going to leave the presser foot pressure where it is. Any of you that sew commercial grade vinyl, you know what this stuff is like to get through. You know what it tries to do as far as the stitch quality. It totally messes around with a machine, but I'm going to give it my best shot here. 3 layers of this commercial grade vinyl. Here we go. You know what? After screwing up so many times with trying to get my foot on those last sew-offs, trying to get my foot in position on that foot control, I had to just go for it here. And you know what? I've said it before. If you can sew a stitch like this through 3 layers of this commercial grade vinyl, and you notice there's not a missed beat here as far as what this machine did, that stitch quality is, you don't get any better than that. You just don't. The spacing, the formation, everything about that stitch is absolutely perfect. I'd like to see a featherweight try to do this and develop and generate a stitch like that. It's not going to happen, because this again has almost 2 times the power of what a featherweight can declare. And also on the lock stitch as well. The stitch quality is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And again, look at what we just went through. 3 layers of this commercial grade vinyl. And again, you know what? You just can't do a better job than this machine just did. I've got to get closer to that. You know what? I shouldn't be in awe with the amount of time that I spend on these machines, but I am. This is one of the best stitches. If my camera cooperates, it's one of the best stitches. Come on, you silly thing. It's one of the best stitches that I've ever seen on 3 layers of commercial grade vinyl. Look at that. Take it slow because my camera is like on its last leg here. Can you believe that? I would like to issue a challenge again. Anyone that can take a 99K with the 0.54 amp motor that it has and go through 3 layers of commercial grade, not ordinary vinyl, commercial grade vinyl, and deliver a stitch to that level of perfection. You know what? I don't think I could beat that on any other machine that has ever been on this workbench. It's one of the best looking stitches. Just amazing. It's spectacular. And the same thing on the leather sewing that I've already done. The 2 layers, and then also, I'm looking for another song here, folks. Let's see, what is this one? Well, we kind of started with that, but that's okay. I mean, this is just a gorgeous stitch. It just plain is. All right, so let me zoom in and we'll do one last stitch. We're going to do it on some of that snakeskin leather that I have. I'm going to flip my screen around. If you were to ask me, and I got to still clip our thread, I got so excited. If you were to ask me what is one of your favorite machines in the Singer family, I would have to point at the 99K. And credit to those good folks in Great Britain that produced it. Although I know that a number of these machines were made in Scotland, and the Scottish will readily say, good luck there, Great Britain. You didn't make the machine, we did. You just stuck your name on it. So this incredible 99K that was born in the great country of Scotland has bragging rights. So I'm going to move on, and again, just to revisit what we've already done. 2 layers of leather, and the stitches, I mean, just absolutely spectacular. 3 layers of Genuine Cowhide. The stitches again, spectacular. Holy mackerel, nuts. Now we did some U.S. Army grade canvas. We did, like, the sum is 8 layers, and you can look at that as well. That stitch quality just doesn't get any better than that. It is spectacular. And then the last thing you just saw me sew was this 3 layers of commercial grade vinyl. And this 99K from Scotland did not miss a beat. Every one of those stitches, the formation, the presentation, the spacing, it just doesn't get any better than that. Unbelievable. I love it. All right, so let me throw all those to the side for right now, and let's concentrate on this leather snakeskin. We got leather underneath, and we've got snakeskin on the top. We've got 1 layer, 2 layers of this stuff. I'm going to try to zip down this and see how this little 99K from Scotland does with this task. Perfectly timed. Of course, if I hadn't talked so much, I could have actually done the sew off with the music. All right, here we go. 2 layers. You know, it really is the equivalent of 4 layers. I mean, if you count 2 layers of snakeskin, 2 layers of leather, we've got 4 layers represented here. So let's see how this 99K, this mighty might of the Singer family, that is shorter in overall bed length than the Featherweight 221, but has almost 2 times the power. All right, let's get it done. Once I get my foot on the foot control, we'll get it done. I've got to get that thread kind of pulled there a little bit. All right, here we go, at last. Well, at least I had one sew off where I got my foot on the foot control right away. Oh well. But you know what? My sew offs make up for my poor foot gear that I choose to wear when I'm doing these premiere videos. Now, it's going to be really tough. Let me just say that up front. It's going to be really tough to see this on this snakeskin. I can turn it a couple of different ways, but you almost have to be sitting at the machine here to see the spacing of that stitch. It's absolutely spot on. It's spectacular. And again, if you look at it from the side, you can see what I mean. Our thickest point is right there. That's actually probably a little bit more than 4 layers between the leather and the snakeskin. And this 99K did a spectacular job. Did a lot better than I did in launching with choosing the foot gear that I have. I got to improve on that. That should have been my resolution for 2019, but it wasn't. So again, whether you're talking about this 4 layers, which is 2 layers of leather, 2 layers of snakeskin, this 99K from Scotland did a spectacular job. Whether you're talking about the 3 layers of commercial grade vinyl, again, I just have to flash that stitch just so you can see it again. I mean, I'm just in love with that stitch. That is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Then we did this crazy 8 layers of US Army grade canvas. You know what? It doesn't get any better than that. And then we did these 2 layers of Genuine Cowhide. And then we did the 3 layers of Genuine Cowhide again. You can see those stitches as well. I mean, look at that. Can you see that stack? You probably can't see the stack the way the camera is situated right now, but let me make a quick adjustment so you can just see the entire stack of what we just went through. I didn't change out needles. I didn't do any kind of jazzy camera work of editing or anything like that. We just got it done. And we did everything from leather to commercial grade vinyl to US Army grade canvas to leather snakeskin. It just goes on and on and on and on. You're not going to stop this little mighty mite. You know, it's like a lot of things in life that come in smaller packages. My daughter has referred that to as fun size. You know, whether a person is fun size or a machine is fun size, you know, they always have a little bit more grit and gusto, it seems, to make up for their less than grandiose stature. And this 99K out of Scotland is no exception. I mean, it is just probably one of the most petite machines that I've recently had on this workbench, and yet the grit and the drive of this machine just absolutely makes up for it. And it's just an absolutely, I mean, you want to talk about taking a machine to a quilting retreat or a quilting expo and just cause people to salivate. This is the machine right here. And it is for sale right now. You just have to contact me, and we will make this your machine in your sewing room, in your business, whatever you want to use it for. This machine will get the job done for you and then some. So check out the other videos of other machines I have for sale right now, and don't hesitate to reach out with some urgency. Machines on this channel tend to go really fast. The 15125, gone. The Singer 301, gone. I've gotten so many inquiries on the Husqvarna Viking 6030 already, it's making my head spin. That soon is going to be gone as well. And this 99K is in that same rank when it comes to drop dead gorgeous, incredible punch. That is if you get your foot on the foot control, and can sew pretty much anything you put underneath the presser foot. I mean, there, instead of just bravado, there's the proof in the pudding again right there as far as what we just got done. And that is without any editing, that's without any fancy camera work. I mean, it just gets the job done, plain and simple. And it really doesn't even need this big band music to get it done. Although, I kind of like it. I don't know about you. So this is again a 1955 Singer 99K out of Scotland. Contact me if you're interested. And if you're not interested, you might want to get your head examined. All right. All right. God bless you guys. Stay tuned for more great videos like this. All right. Take care.